Good morning, Liberates, and good morning to all of the comebacks watching from the Far You page. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Laborite alive, and now the voice of the Westmoreland people. Good morning, my people. Good morning, G6 Nation. Good morning. Now, as you can see today, we are going to talk about Andrew Holness and Bucky. See? But anyways, before we get into all of that, let's do the regular morning shoutouts. See? So big up to my people them over YouTube. We kind of start a little bit late this morning. I'm having a bit of technical difficulties. Big up to my people over YouTube. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And we are growing stronger by the day, guys. Let's roll out the TikTok shoutouts and then let's get into it. So, Sexy GG and Keisha C giantly in #1 gifter this morning. Big up on yourself. See? Anne-Marie, big up yourself. Rose McCullough, big up yourself. Amy, big up yourself. Jerome, big up yourself. Damian Witter, big up yourself. Someone have PNP still, you know, but big up on yourself. Patrick, big up on yourself. Audrey Edwards, big up yourself. Sexy Timmy Boo, big up yourself. Anthony, big up yourself. Chrissy, God bless, big up yourself. Tracy, big up yourself. Now tell me if you not hear me, guys. Mic check, 1, 2. Tell me if you not hear me. I mean, 1 few to a PNP number. Tell me if you not hear me, guys. Anybody that have not heard your name so far, you're not yet popping up in the watch list. See it? Okay, so now hear me. Big up yourself, Father Daddy Strength. Rose McCullough, good morning. Big up yourself. Alright, so now hear me. Alright. Here on screen, we got none other than, you know, His Royal Highness, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. And over on this side, we got none other than Bushra, or Busha, Bucky, and in got Golden over here, so. See? See? So, I'm going to tell you the story behind Mark Golden's shirt. So, Andrew Holness had planned to wear this shirt. I know that see him, you know that see him in one of them shirt there already, right? Andrew Holness. So, Mark Golden turned up at the event and did not have a Jamaican colored shirt. And Andrew Holness security had to go to the car and get one of Andrew Holness shirt to lend Bucky. And he can't fit Bucky. So that's why I see Bucky got out the door. That's how I see Bucky got out the door, because Andrew Holness wanted to take shame out of Jamaica eye and the international stage. So he had to lend Bucky one of his shirt. And look how Bucky crush up a man's shirt and do it. And stretch out the man's shirt and probably sweat in a man's shirt armpit. Bucky makes it you dry clean man's shirt for your Kai boxer. Anyways, I saw an article where it says consumer confidence is back. You know, there is confidence in the Jamaican economy. more Jamaicans are going after their dreams. More Jamaicans are becoming entrepreneurial. You know, more Jamaicans are spending their own money. They have more, you know, confidence in going out and spending their own money to start businesses, to transact businesses, you know, to just day-to-day consume. See? This over here is what you're going to get should we elect the People's National Criminal Organization. We will get something very chaka. See? Over here, exude confidence, you know, neat, properly attired, properly dressed, you know. Big up yourself, you know, Father Thaddeus. I see you. Blaze, big up yourself. See? Real General, big up yourself as well. When I hear me, tell me if you not hear me, because I'm not see nothing I go up on the screen and I go down on the screen. So not tell me if you not hear me. Because I seem so I have a bit of technical difficulties. See? Now hear me? Alright, you know hear me. You know continue to like up your live now, man. You know I'm going to make them attack your live, you know. Now, about 5 years ago, no. 5 years ago, almost. It should be 5 years now. You know, the People's National Criminal Organization staged a coup. You know, fronted, paid for, and led by Peter Bunting. And they staged a coup, Dayton Campbell and Angela Brown Teeth and Mark Goldie. They staged a coup, you know, trying to take down Peter Phillips at the time. You know, them call him sleepy, them say him never did that, he never did that. You know, him a back Andrew Holness too much at the time. See? So what happened is they staged a coup to take down Peter Phillips. And succeeded. They did. All of them succeed. They did. See? Andrew Holness called the election in the middle of the PNP coup. So you know when time them say Andrew called the election in a COVID, that's not really what happened. Andrew Holness saw that they were having a coup in the PNP and they were divided. So he caught them off guard by calling the election in the middle of their coup. They were in the middle of a coup to take down Peter Phillips at the time. Right then and there. So the Prime Minister comes up, BAM! And call the election. Right in the middle of the coup when time them, you know, maneuver to get rid of their leader at the time. Good morning to my beautiful mother-in-law. Good morning, mommy. See? Now, after Andrew Holness called the election, all hands was on deck to get rid of Peter Phillips in the People's National Criminal Organization. Now, they were split into two factions. One was called Rise United. And I forgot what other faction with Lee's hand of them. Damien Crawford used to be a part of that. Philip Paulo used to be a part of the next faction as well. I forgot what they call the next faction. But they were Rise United and I believe one PNP. One PNP is coming from Portia Simpson Miller time. Yeah, one PNP. You don't say we know what we think. See? Big up yourself, Sister Lashika. Good morning. Mama Marvet, I see you as well. Good morning. See? Big up everybody on the For You page as well. Now, when they staged that coup and they got rid of Peter Phillips, Mark Golding, who they claim was a business guru, after I rob people them in a Finzak and get rich. They claims him a business guru. And the PNP at the time wanted to remove Peter Phillips so they can replace Peter Phillips with Peter the Grunting Bunting. However, Andrew Holness, as the political phenom that he is, called the election and a young lady by the name of Rhoda Mai Crawford struck like a phoenix in the night and bite out Peter Bunting neck ching like a central Manchester. Removing like a phoenix in the night and bite out Peter Bunting neck ching like a central Manchester. Removing Peter Bunting. Thing that they never are. At the time, Andrew Holness was very, very popular. See? So, a lot of MPs, you know, persons wanted change, but a lot of MPs, you know, was riding on the wave of Andrew Holness' popularity at the time as well. So, being that the people wanted change and Andrew Holness was so popular at the time, Andrew Holness struck too like the phoenix in the night and got rid of Peter, the grunting bunting, the heir apparent, who wanted to be the next leader of the People's National Criminal Organization. Now when he lost his seat, the only other option was, because he couldn't be leader of the party anymore, because he had a seat. So the only other option was to install a puppet leader. See it there? Look on the belly. Full of hair. Big as sour. Look at the man underpants. The man love hangle. A hangover in jazz. Eh? Disgusting. Anyways, Peter Bunting couldn't be the leader of the party because he had lost his seat to a new and upcoming member of the Jamaica Labour Party. So they had to install none other than Bucky, the Flocky, Big Gut, Junk Master, or Junkin Master. We don't know what name. So, what they installed him to do was to hold up the position so Peter Bunting can win a seat in this coming election. And when Peter Bunting wins a seat, they will remove Bucky, the Flocky, Gut, Junkin Master, and install Peter Bunting as the heir apparent, the leader. So Mark Golding is actually not a serious leader. This is why he looks so awkward. He looks out of place. You just can't place him as a prime minister because the man, nobody can take him serious. Anybody take him serious is a jackass. Anyways, you know, Mark Golding is nothing but a placeholder, Jamaicans. We know the politics, you know. We know the in and the out of it, so I tell you what I go on. See? Mark Golding is nothing but a placeholder. But guess what? Peter Bunting has damaged himself from the time when he called for divine intervention. Right? So from that time, the Jamaican people have him off one side. So who could have been the next leader of the People's National? The Jamaican people have him off one side. So who could have been the next leader of the People's National Criminal Organization? Only one person was left to be the heir apparent of the People's National Criminal Organization. And that lady goes by the name Lisa Hanna. See? Lisa Hanna now decided that in order to further mash them up, she had to resign. See? So Lisa Hanna now resign. Lisa Hanna don't have a seat, so Lisa Hanna cannot become the heir apparent of the People's National Criminal Organization. Now we learned from Lawrence Rowe last night that in their desperation, they offered Lisa Hanna Ian Skills seat in Western Westmoreland. They wanted Lisa Hanna to go down there and represent the people against Moreland Wilson. See, at the time, Lisa Hanna refused. I believe they offered Lisa Hanna even Angela Brownberg's seat according to Lawrence Rowe, and she refused. Big up in her favor. See? So now the PNP find themselves in another male because they are now split now. Half the party, and we are telling you because we know, half the party now wants Mark Golding out, and half the party, wants another leader, which is Lisa Hanna, but Lisa Hanna has decided to step aside now, and this is what Peter Bunting gave to the Jamaican people. See? This big gut man. This is what Peter Bunting gave to the Jamaican people. See? This big gut man. Chaka man. I don't know. We don't know about him. We don't know where he born. We don't even know how much year old he be. We don't know about him. We don't know where he live. We don't know where address. We don't know nothing. We don't know where he live. We don't know how Andrew house look. We know Andrew name. We know where he born. We know where he come from. We know what school he go. We know all of these things. Danny Lawrence seat. See? And Steve McGregor seat. They wanted to give Lisa Hanna Eastern Westmoreland as well, which they put Dayton Campbell in. Or they wanted to give her Central Kingston, which is Lawrence Rowe seat at the time. See? Yes, Lashika, thanks for the Central Kingston, which is Lawrence Rowe seat at the time. See? Yes, Lashika, thanks for the correct. So this is what we are left with. A big, fat, big gut, sour white man. Goes by the name Mark Jefferson Golding. I mean, tell you no Jamaican, because I mean, like to speak frank tone, you know. When I always hear me about peace, my so. And me love peace and more peace amongst my people. Them. I do not count Mark Golding as one of us. I do not like Mark Golding very much. You know? And the reason why I hate Mark Golding, I mean I use the word hate because I really don't like him. See? And while this is so with him, I do not hate anybody else. But let me tell you why I don't like Mark Golding. I have sat as a political phenom myself. And I have watched contently as we go through, you know, the years. As the years roll, every single time Mark going to be a divisive figure. Nothing about Mark Golding is Jamaican. Nothing at all. See? Mark Golding is a typical white man. Divide, rule. That is his mantra. See? And that is what we see him doing as a people. See? Some people are blind to it, but we, the rightful thinking Jamaicans, we are not blind to it. We see right through Mark Golding and we see exactly what he do. See? Mark Golding is a divisive man and he's trying to divide the Jamaican people to rule. See? They're attacking my life, guys. They're attacking my life. Wanna like up your life, please. Mark Golding, I've sat and I've watched him. There was a time when dozens of people was dying, or dozens of persons was dying in Central Kingston. Dozens of persons was dying in Mark Golding's own constituency. Dozens of people was dying in Westmoreland. Hundreds of persons was dying in Montego Bay. And the Prime Minister said, no man, something have to be done. We do not have the number of boots that we need on the ground. So we have to do a little bit of retraining. You know, we have to do a little bit of upskill. We have to upgrade the police, the security force. So he called on Mark Golding, who is really Peter Bunting's surrogate. And he said, leader of the opposition, come on, something have to be done. Me I beg you now. Come on board with me. We don't have enough police officers. So we roll out the military. We roll out some state of emergency in a hot spot them. So we can, you know, develop a little dragnet where we can catch some of the criminal and the troublemaker them and the murderer them in our community. When them are run from the state of emergency. At every single step of the way, under the advice of the community, when them are run from the state of emergency. At every single step of the way, under the advice of Peter Bunting, Mark Golding has refused to play ball with our government, the murder getting out of control. Stop the criminality from getting out of control in Jamaica. Luckily, the advice of Peter Button, Golden, has refused to play ball with our government. The murder getting out of control. Stop the criminality from getting out of control in Jamaica. Luckily, the government has a majority, so they could vote through for these emergency powers. Mark Golden, because of politics and because of being hungry for power, Mark Golden would have rather to sat down or sat by the wayside and sit down. Him, Peter Bunting, Dayton Canberra, and the whole PNP, the whole PNCO, the whole People's National Criminal Organization. See, they would rather to sit down and watch you and your loved ones live in fear of your lives. They would rather to sit down and watch you and your loved ones die from the hands of gunmen, because they do not want Andrew Holness to say that he fixed the crime situation in Jamaica. See, because of politics, they would rather to sit down and watch all of us die. Mark Golden, Peter Bunting, Angela Brown Burke, Dayton Canberra, Dan Crawford, Lisa Hanna, Peter Bunting, Fitz Jackson, Dennis Daly. See? And all of the People's National Criminal Organization MP, them all 14 of them, they voted against the states of emergency. The same states of emergencies that was able to give the government the room to fix the security forces, and now we are reaping the benefits from it. They knew what to do, The PNP knew what to do to fix the crime situation in Jamaica, but it would not have benefited them as a party, because they're a criminal enterprise. And hear me and tell you, Jamaica, the People's National Criminal Organization is a criminal enterprise. They are infested from the top to the very bottom with criminality. See? And they would rather to for crime and violence to range rampant in our society just so they can gain political power. And you and I and our children and our grandchildren and our great granny. Because there was a time when gunmen had no mercy. See? When I was growing up in the 90s and we are hear about gunmen, we never hear a gunman. Because there was a time when gunmen had no mercy. See? When I was growing up in the 90s and we are hear about gunmen, we never hear a gunman a kill no pitney and old people and women. See? I will never hear no gunman a kill family. If gunman come for you, or you then come for. The PNP had left crime and criminality to fester in Jamaica, and it got out of control. There was a time, I believe, in Spanish Town where persons was losing their heads. And Andrew Holness beg, say, please, Peter Bunting, may I beg you, help me. I will go after a criminal them. And Peter Bunting refused. We have a clip, we can't play it. I will go after a criminal them. And Peter Bunting refused. We have a clip, we can't play it. I could hear. See? Bunting refused to help the government at the time to go after the criminal them in Jamaica. See? Big up in a classic. We have a clip, we can't play it. I could hear. See? Bunting refused to help the government at the time to go after the criminal them in Jamaica. See? Big up in a classic. And today, the benefits of those same states of emergencies. So today, I just want to tell my people that Chaka, who are we think I will get Chaka if we put them back in a power? Because one, him and a leader. Two, he's just a position holder. And we know that, well, we in a politics know some Mark Golden is just a position holder for Peter Bunting, sorry. However, Peter Bunting not gonna be a good leader for Jamaica either, because he gave up on us. While he was in power and Minister of Security, he gave up on the Jamaican people, and we cannot allow that. So we don't want him nor Chaka. So we are calling on the people them for go out this election. Because the election are calling up, guys. It's soon call. Go out on the election. Tell your neighbor to tell their neighbor. Get your children any one of them will turn 18, 19, 20. Make certain say when they get them enumerated. Make certain say them have them voters ID, them the on the list. And uno and them march go out election morning, bright and early. Wake up from 4 o'clock. Drink like a fever grass tea or some mint tea. You know, butter piece of bread with little chiffon butter. See? Or if you can fry one egg and piece of plantain with piece of sausage. You know, bust up a sandwich, drink like a tea and go turn up in the line. Because we have vote on that day for continuity. See? And go turn up in the line. Because we have vote on that day for continuity. See? We have vote on that day ability. We have vote on that day for health care. We have for continuity. See? We have vote on that day ability. We have vote on that day for health care. We have vote on that day for security. We have vote on that day for road program. We have vote on that day for highways. See? We have vote on that day for the security force. I don't know if I said that already. Both JCF and JDF. For the security force. I don't know if I said that already. Both JCF and JDF. We have vote on that day. You know, for continuity. So vote Labour on that day. We have PNP. I call upon you now. To go out that day. Continuity. So vote Labour on that day. We have PNP. I call upon you now. To go out that day and reject Bucky Massa. Bucky Massa is not one of us. We know where he come from. Who him. Eh? Peter Phillips, so we know all our life. We whole we ban see Peter Phillips. We ban can see him. And we reject him. Peter Phillips are one away. I feel with him. We own Peter Phillips. And we reject him. We not take up nobody where we don't know, sir. We don't want him. We don't send him back where he come from. Who him? Eh? We don't tell him to lift up from our place. But anyways, we're going to open the floor now, guys. If anybody have anything to say, send in a request now. If not, you know, we are going to end swiftly. So if you don't want to continue the conversation, send in on a request now. The floor is now open. And before we get into the floor being open, let me just say this. There's a campaign going on right now by us, the bloggers. It is called Back the Blue. You know? So we're calling on Jamaicans on the 29th of April 2025. You know, the Jamaica for Slackness is planning a protest to protest against the police for doing their jobs. The Jamaica for Slackness is planning a protest to protest against the police for doing their jobs. Yes, King Lucas, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, is the best one we have seen so far, and he should continue in that role. You know, he's doing for this country what none of us in our lifetime have seen, and anybody not see that, them blind. So we back